As a child, I grew up hearing stories about how my dad put his hand inside my mom when she was 6 weeks pregnant with me. He tried to rip me out of her. The doctor said I would be born cognitively impaired. Retarded is the word they used then. Instead, I was an honor roll student, poet, and athlete. I played basketball, volleyball, field hockey, and was one of the school's top track and field runners for several years. So, how does someone like that become sexually exploited? What does that mean? Vulnerability factor. What is that? A vulnerability factor is a situation, an environment, or a problem that can make you a bigger target to offenders of sexual exploitation. So some of the vulnerability factors that can lead to sexual exploitation are early sexual and physical abuse, dropping out of school, running away, a lack of school social support, family dysfunction like neglect, addictions, domestic violence, right? Just having like a little bit of a chaotic household. Poverty and racism. So with racism, there comes, marginalization, systemic barriers, and discrimination, all things that really kind of will cut into your self-esteem after a time and have you looking at yourself and who you are as a human very differently than others who perhaps have a bit more privilege and don't have to experience those barriers. Addictions is another one, mental health, gang involvement, online vulnerability is a really big one, and we'll talk about this one a little bit more as well. Peer influence, caregiver strain or stress, conflict with parents, difficulty in school is another one, CFS involvement. I'll just say that oftentimes if there's a child protective services agency that's involved with youth, we're seeing that like a high percentage of youth are generally in care. And that could be because they're running to something, but it could also be because they're running away from something. So that is a vulnerability factor. And then justice involvement and homelessness can also be really big vulnerability factors.